I would now like to go through the order management with you and what you need to consider. An order usually consists a lot of different data about the customer, the products, and also about the payment or the delivery status. We will look at exactly what this looks like in detail together, and we can start by looking at the order overview. So to do this, let's click on Orders and then Overview. In the order overview, I got now the possibility to add a order manually in the administration, which is pretty nice, I guess. So first of all, to do this, click on Add Order at the top. Then you will get an overview of your customers. And pretty obviously, you need to select one. If the customer is not registered at the moment, you need to add him by clicking on the button Add New Customer at the top here. In my case, I will choose the demo customer Max Mustermann. And after that, it asks me which sales channel the order should be in. And in my case, it would be the user training sales channel, which is pre-selected. I then click simply on select. Next on, let's add some products to our new order. And to do this, we can click on the products tab. First of all, you got a search bar over here. There will be no results at the moment as there are no items added yet. But if your order is bigger, you can definitely use this one. On the right side, you have the possibility to add a new product, and that's what we want to do right now. To select an item, you can simply double-click in this field, and then there will be a drop-down, which also works like a search field. So if I'm typing American, he only will show up these two variants of the guitar. And for now, let's choose maybe the red one. And as you can see, it shows no gross price at the moment. When I save this, it will automatically take the price of the product. If I enter a manual price for this order, it will select obviously this one. Then next on, I can also change if I want to the quantity of the product and say, okay, in this order it's 3 for the American Ultra Stratocaster. And if I want to, I can go and create more. I can also delete a line by selecting it and then click on delete. If all the products that we wanted to add are added, we can move on to the options tab. Here are different options also related to our order. First of all, you can disable automatic applied promotions if you want to, and you can select the order language. You also can add manual promotions by clicking on the shield and then choose the one or enter the promotion code. Then next on, you can define the payment method for your customer. If you choose like invoice, make sure that he afterwards get the information that he needs. And you can select the billing address, the currency, and so on. I think you get the point here. Last but not least, you can choose the shipment method. In my case, I only got 2. If I want to send it via Express, I can simply click on it in the dropdown. Also, I can now define shipping costs. Let's say this costs $5 now. And you can say that the shipping address is the same as the billing address. And if you unlock it, you can change it. Then, if you are ready, you can click on Preview Order. And then we can see the whole order. I usually save the order first before I enter any further information. So let's click together on Save this order. Because our payment method is invoice, we are now asked again whether we would like to remind the customer. As this is in fake order, I will leave this out, but you can of course check the process here. So I click on No. Now let's talk about different statuses an order has in terms of payment, shipping, and the order status itself. It's important to note here that a status can change manually or automatically. So to change a status manually, you can go and click on the dropdown. As you can see here, for my payment status, it says open, which means it's waiting for a status. And I can say it's in progress, it's paid, it's unpaid, it's paid partially. I think this is self-explaining, right? And it also can change automatically. But here it becomes very specific, especially when you have own payment methods, which are added by apps and so on. There are different rules then, of course. Then there is the delivery status. It also says open here. We got here stuff like canceled, open, returned, shipped, and so on, shipped partially. And last but not least, the order status, where you can say it's canceled, it's done, it's in progress, or it's open. First of all, it should be like in progress. Then you have the possibility to add documents. You can update the status, give the customer information about the update. And if it's in progress, you can afterwards, change it to done and so on. I think you get the point here. This goes for all the, status. If I go on the shipping, I can also update this one and send my customer an email and so on. If I'm happy with all the things that I've configured, I can click on save. And you can now, if you want to, create further orders if you wish, or experiment with the status change. For example, you could try to create a shipping label when changing the shipping status, which is possible directly here in the administration. Also, you can send the customer the required information for his payment and so on. So feel free, and we will see us in the next unit.